Here we go. Warcry. Subwoofer. Wow, it one-hits it. Was that 1.9 million damage? That is fantastic. So continuing on from yesterday, we have the second bow, which came out yesterday as well. This is the compression burster. Now, first look, it looks like one of those toy bow and arrows you get when you're like 3 years old. They have like a sucker on the end. You shoot them, they stick to someone's forehead. You look like a unicorn. That's what this looks like. It'd be cool if it actually stuck to things, but I don't think it actually does. But what are the perks we have on this? We have crit damage, physical, crit rating, and damage dealt with this weapon snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds. It is a bow hydraulic set. Part of the hydraulic set fires an arrow that drops over time and deals high impact damage in a 0.5 tile radius. Maybe that's something like the boom bow. Without the explosion though, I don't know, we'll have to test this out. Damage range and velocity increase with the charge time. We have the damage overall is less than the Seeker from yesterday though, so we have 59,000 regular damage, 118,000 headshot, 51% crit chance, 570% crit damage, 1.8 fire rate, 1 magazine, 10,000 range, 300 durability, 1.3 reload, which is the reload on this is basically the fire rate because there's only 1 in the mag size anyway, and 9,000 impact. So again, the damage should be really strong, but I'm not expecting it to be stronger than the Seeker, although that is incredibly bugged right now. But before we take this into a mission, let's have a look at my hero build. So I've gone with the exact same build as yesterday. We have Rabbit Raider Jonesy as commander to increase the crit damage, Totally Rocking Out to increase crit rating and heal us, Subwoofers and Battle Beat, so Totally Rocking Out actually works, Locked and Reloaded to increase the weapon damage by 15% for 5 seconds every time we reload, Quickscope to increase the overall damage by 17%, and Survivalist just to keep healing us to keep us alive. We then have Adrenaline Rush and Stationary Hover Turret just to protect us and keep us alive as well. So let's take this weapon into a mission and just see how good it is. Okay, so in this mission, power 132, hey, there's the objective as well. I want to, yeah, the charge time I think is just as slow as the Seeker. Oh no, it feels a tiny bit faster. Let me just quickly put the Seeker as well. I'm not going to be comparing them throughout this. Yeah, okay, I actually quite like that. Doesn't feel like it does as much damage though. There's a little explosion, like the boom bow, so I'm going to try and shoot next to a husk whenever I find one. And I just want to see if it actually does explosive damage, because I'm curious to see if it is in any way explosive. Right, I've got some enemies. Now, it doesn't say explosive damage, but let's just test it. Yeah, that's basically explosive damage without the big bang, which is quite decent if I'm honest. Could somewhat rival the... Oh, that is great! Wow, I really like that. I mean, the thing is, though, if you don't have the boom bow, this is probably the next best to the boom bow. Because look at that, it's explosive. It doesn't say explosive, but that's pretty much explosive. The charge time on the boom bow is the best, though. The boom bow kind of set the benchmark for bows, because that is the best bow in the game, 100%. But this is, I like it already. A lot better than the Seeker from yesterday, even though the Seeker says it does more damage, but it's just far too buggy at the moment. But that was really good. Let's try that again. Let's see the structure damage. Structure damage, decent. Look at that. You can just, you don't have to fully charge it either, like you do with the Seeker to get the seeking arrows that don't actually seek. Oh, I am liking this. Like, if you watch the video yesterday as well, when it came to encampments, I don't think Totally Rocking Out procced at all. It was far too difficult to get it to work. But look at it now, it's gone twice in a single encampment, which is great. Yeah, this is definitely the better of the two. I was actually going to do a comparison video, but this is basically it. It's kind of like a part 2 from yesterday, because 2 bows. I am loving it. This is really strong. One-hitting enemies. Well, it is physical. I think it's locked into physical because the other one was locked into energy. This is probably locked into physical, but it is strong. I'm liking it. Really liking it. Oh, that wasn't a crit. On crit, we definitely would have one-hit him. Let's try you. Yep, one-hit him on crit. We don't get the damage number for some reason. Ooh. I thoroughly am enjoying this. The lobbers actually... I didn't think lobbers spawned from encampments. Maybe it wasn't a lobber. And there's 3 encampments done. I am liking this a lot. Just spotted the Krampus Smasher, so we've got to get a Smasher test on this. Now we hopefully will crit, so yeah, let's get with a Smasher test. I'm going to Warcry and eat a Subwafer, so here we go. Warcry, Subwafer. Wow, it one hits it. Was that 1.9 million damage? That is fantastic. That is incredibly strong. I feel like this is somewhat a bootleg Boom Bow. I'm not sure if it does more damage than the Boom, but let me just quickly check. 124,000, 111, bit less damage, less range, same charge time, I believe, or same fire rate, but it's the same fire rate, but the Boom Bow goes much greater range, so this line actually moves a bit quicker because it's making up that 25,000 range in the same time this is making 10,000. So I feel like all the bows need to be 25,000 because this is a bit slow for me, but it's still incredibly strong. If you don't have the Boom Bow, this is 100% the next best thing. Definitely, it's literally a bootleg Boom Bow. That's what I'm going to call it. Now I'm not exactly expecting much from this Smasher test because we're losing half damage, but I'm still going to try it at range as well. Eat the Subwafer. I actually just missed his head. That is really embarrassing. Why does it go through his head? No. What is happening? What is with the head hitbox on a Smasher? That is strange. It doesn't help that they've been buffed massively either. What is that? They've got the head size of a Huskling. What is that? And we have started. It just took damage instantly as we started. That is strange. So it's a water storm, I believe. Yeah, it's water enemies, so I did build out a metal, but someone over there was replacing the metal with brick, so we're probably going to fail this. But again, we're losing 50% damage against the water enemies, but it's a bootleg Boom Bow. I feel like you can just jump into enemies and spam fire like that. Much slower than the Boom Bow, though. The Boom Bow is basically an instant and then an explosion. This is obviously not as good, but it's still incredibly strong. I'm not saying it's bad. It's still incredibly good, but just not as good as the Boom Bow. But I am really liking this. Like, massively. Look at that. And if you're not eliminating the enemies, he's knocking them back anyway, so I'm fine with that. Wow, I really like this. One hit all these guys. Yeah, bootleg Boom Bow. I forgot the name of this. Compression burst or something? Yeah, bootleg Boom Bow. Sounds better anyway. Just one hits things. And the Husk was attacking the rocks for some reason. Oh, it's strong. It's strong. I love it. How about... Wow, what was that? Potato aim. I was trying to destroy the shielder. Love it. This is so strong. Where have the enemies gone? But again, I have said this, same with the Seeker. Well, look at that. I feel like the game, either people do this on purpose, or they really have no idea that you need, when there's water enemies, build with metal. Just build with metal, because if you're using brick against water enemies, the brick is actually weaker than wood. Because the Husks are doing 2 times damage to the brick. I don't know why the person destroyed all the metal and replaced it with brick, but either they're deliberately trolling or they really have no clue, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had no clue because it happens a lot in Twine Peaks, especially Power 132 missions. Always happens. Eat a Subwafer. I'm going to Warcry. That's decent damage. Again, we are losing half damage as well because it is an elemental enemy. I'm not sure if we'll successfully do this because of this build here. Maybe we will. But I really am enjoying this. Hello, Smasher. Oh, we didn't crit. Okay, off crit is awful. Crit, please. Oh, I'm going to eat this. I want it to crit. Yay, we crit. Finally. Someone else was shooting as well. But, yeah. Definitely, if you have to choose one of the two weapons, I mean, to get them, they're differently. One's Frostnite and this one is just in the shop, but if you can only perk up one of the two bows, 100% perk this one up. Because the Seeker, yeah, it does more damage per hit, but it's not explosive. Look, you don't have to aim properly with the Seeker. You literally have to aim directly at the husk, or fully charge back the arrow for it to pretend to actually seek husks out, which it never felt like it did. This one, not as much damage, but look, I'm still one-hitting enemies that, you know, you wouldn't with the Seeker. Look, I aim in the middle here, not aiming at husks. It's like a mini shockwave. It is a bootleg boom bow, 100%. It's amazing. Definitely, if you've got enough, make this. If you don't have the boom bow, definitely get this, because for some time in the game, I think the boom bow was the most popular weapon. I'm just saying that. I don't have anything to back it up by, but apart from when the boom bow came out, almost everybody was just using it. It was incredibly strong because explosives were really good, but it wasn't technically a launcher, so you didn't have to keep crafting it at that time. So everyone be using the boom bow, wasting your shotgun shells, because shotguns aren't really that popular in the game, because you've got to be close quarters. You'll be down every 2 seconds if you're not got a good build. This is so strong. Is the beehive glitch still around? I don't even know how to trigger it, but I've not noticed it the last couple of days. Definitely, I love this weapon already. Of course I would. Actually, saying that, it uses a different ammo than the boom bow as well. This uses heavy ammo. The boom bow uses slugs and shells. So, again, if you're... I don't know. I do love the boom bow. I'm at that point where I can craft as much ammo as I want, and I won't really, you know, feel the effects of it, because my backpack just gets full and full and full. So I can craft ammo. I can craft stacks and stacks and stacks of ammo. There's no affliction on this though. The boom bow does have affliction. This snares the target, which I believe is the same as slowing them. I want to try and not eliminate an enemy like that. It should slow them down. It should put shackles on them. Hold on, does snare make them stop? I think snare actually makes them stand still. Okay, no, that's just been busted. It definitely slows them down though. You can see it only by, what, 30%, but it definitely feels like it slows them down. I just saw a legendary cache on the floor as well, which I'm going to go and get that. I'm going to put a turret up over here. I think we actually complete this defense once. I think we failed the last defense we did when I recorded it. I don't know what the video was. Was it the monkey? That monkey hero? But yeah, this is very strong. Again, power 132 enemies, and we're just destroying them incredibly. 100% of bootleg boom. I've said that 1,000 times, but it is. It's the only thing I can compare it to. I was thinking comparing it to the Seeker, but you can't, because the Seeker's incredibly bugged right now, and this it feels like a boom bow, apart from the slower charge time. Or less range, I should say. I shouldn't say slower charge time, because that's not technically true. It's just got less range, which makes it feel slower. But if they increase the range on it, 100% it could properly rival the boom bow. Look at that though, we didn't really get totally rocking out at all yesterday when we were using it, the Seeker. But today we're getting it so much because it's explosive pretty much. Okay, that didn't even hit the actual enemy, but it said it did, yet referring back to the Smasher about 8 minutes ago, it wasn't hitting the Smasher, it kept going through the dude's head. I am loving it. It's just so satisfying seeing a horde of enemies all on a wall. And normally with, say if you had an assault rifle, you'd have to go shoot them down. With a shotgun, you'd have to keep shooting them down. This, you just get one bow out, it uses literally one shot, shoot them. You don't even have to be that accurate. That's what I love about the boom bow, and this as well. I don't know what it's called, the bootleg boom bow, we're going to keep calling it. But even that, you don't have to be accurate. Look, eliminate them all. With the Seeker, you're getting 3 people maximum, and that's if it actually seeks properly. Tell you what, one of my favourite weapons that I've actually used in a very long time in this game Again, you can get totally rocking out to proc very consistently as well. Horde of enemies, shoot into them, you've got totally rocking out. I didn't really need to use subwafers, they're really there for the smasher test, and the if I get a very low health, I can eat it and get a bit of health back. Look at that, highest combat by an absolute mile. So that was the compression burster, or as I like to call it now, the bootleg boom bow. Now, it is literally just a bootleg boom bow. I absolutely loved it. I loved the damage, I loved the fire rate. The only thing that really, I won't say put me off, but the thing I think could be improved is the range. Same with the Seeker from yesterday though. It's 10,000 range. Compare that with the boom bow, that's 25,000, which is basically the whole map. This is only 10,000, so it's nowhere near as good range, but that's the only thing I can really criticize it. But the damage was fantastic. You literally can just run into a horde of enemies, shoot it on the floor. You do not need to aim properly, which is what I love about this, which I think is why the boom bow originally was really popular. You didn't have to aim and there was a massive reward. But yeah, you don't have to aim, you can run into enemies, shoot it down, totally rocking out. Procs from me, heals me, take a bit of damage, and another horde, shoot it on the floor, again totally rocking out. You can just rinse and repeat with that. It is a fantastic weapon. If you don't have the boom bow, definitely get the compression burster. Absolutely love it. But I'm going to leave this here. Do let me know what you guys thought of this, and as always, thank you for watching.